What up, gangsters? We're gassing up! Got the black rifle. Espresso, 300 milligrams. That seems like probably too much for a human to consume. And Dramamine. I didn't take my Dramamine yesterday. It was windy and I threw up. It was horrible. And then it got so hot. Ah! The cones are ripe though. And it's just like this rush of like pick as much as you can until you can't anymore. And that's where I'm at. I think I got like a day and a half left in me. It's kind of stressful. It's like birthing. It's like I've had this baby that I've watched grow for a while, and now it's here. It's time to deliver the bitch, and it's scary. Anyways, I want to ramble a little bit about silviculture. You know, I made a video a while ago where I talked about creating a grand fir seed orchard. Oh, and I just want to clear some things up because I think that potentially my boss or my boss's boss may watch these videos, and I just want to make sure it's straight what we're doing and what I think about what we're doing. And I tell my boss all the time, like, I will not be silva-ilized. And it pisses her off. She tells me to fuck off. Right? Because what I am, what my job is I'm a silviculturist, but I don't want to be silva-ilized. I just want to be the culturist part. If you don't know, silviculture is basically like forest gardening, right? And silviculture is this weird thing where it's like whoever has the loudest voice at the time basically decides what we're doing, and then everybody else is like, yeah, that's what we're doing. You know, one of my favorite things about Sherry, the woman who works with me, is she's experienced 40 years of silvicultural history, and she can talk about times that the MO was planting lodgepole. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like, I don't know. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to actively be the one that's like, this is what we're doing, because it's like, I don't know. That's a lot of responsibility. But what we're doing now, I will say this, that what we're doing now, I think is a good thing. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're trying to remove patches of, you know, grand fir habitat type that historically was white pine habitat type, right? We're trying to get rid of big patches of grand fir habitat type and put back the early seral species. So like white pine, what used to be there historically, larch, ponderosa, that's pretty much it. And inherently that is a good thing, right? It's like when you have monocultures, which is just like a mass of one species, that's not good, right? Because you're putting all of your eggs in one basket. And if you were to have like a pathogen or an insect that destroyed that one specific tree, then you're effed. Right? If something rips through there, then it's like everything you have could very easily disappear. Like, there is more security when you have difference in age, structure, species structure, when you have differences in the composition of the forest, right? There's safety there. And so what we're doing is that. And that's inherently a good thing. I will say though that we're putting back, at least on my district, predominantly white pine and larch, and both of those things have their own issues, right? Larch has mistletoe, white pine has blister rust, and it's like, okay, we're one more species than a monoculture, but both of them are like not the healthiest. So really, I feel like what we're doing is planting back 1.5 species, which is just barely more than a monoculture, in my opinion. And this is what people don't want to hear when we talk about silviculture, is that I think we should be planting more. Like, we have a shitload of Douglas fir seed because we haven't been planting Douglas fir the past 20, 30 years, I don't even know, but you know, and the rationale behind that is that it has root rot, and yes, it does, but so does everything. It all has root rot. Like, you know, larch and stuff like that is more resistant to root rot, but I walk through stands that there's massive blowdown because of root rot. You know, it's like we don't have enough seed for larch and white pine. Why not buffer some of that with the seed that we do have? You know, and I don't know. I also think we should be planting spruce and like more of the shade tolerant species. Shade tolerant meaning it can grow in the shade. Because there's a lot of units that we're not getting good burns on because of like fire restrictions and whatnot. And it's like you can shove those shade tolerant species down into the slash and they'll grow. And that's another species. Like I just don't see why we're diversity is like what we're going for. I don't know. So anyways, I don't know why I'm rambling about silviculture at this point. I just want to say that what we're doing is inherently a good thing, I think, and I will never be silva-ilized.